Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to LindyGroove LiveStream. If you're new to our stream and would like to know a little bit about Lindy Hop, this brilliant social dance art form originated from African American culture, Melissa will post a short clip over here in chat about its cultural origins and significance. Also, a lot of us celebrated World Lindy Hop Day yesterday, and it's also Frankie's birthday yesterday. So there'll be a link about that and smiles to share later. With that, we have our triple step warm up with Christine, and returning for the third time, woo! Guest instructor Laurel Ryan will be leading a second warm up and a solo musicality lesson, and then followed by Brady Bunch collaboration time, birthday shout outs, and smiles to share. Now let's say hi to Melissa. Hello.
Hello everyone, happy Thursday, and thanks for tuning into LindyGroove Live. If you are watching the stream right now, we invite you guys to hit the share button and share the stream with your friends so they can dance along with you from home. And of course, we have an amazing night ready for you guys. We are so excited to have you. As always, say hello. Let us know where you're dancing from. Let us know in the chat. I will be reading your comments and questions in the chat. So if you have any comments you want to throw in there, let us know what you're thinking out there. And want to give a big shout out and thank you to our donors from last week, Rebecca, Jackie, Michael, Sherry, Jacob, Jackie, and Evelyn. Thank you guys so much for making LindyGroove Livestream happen. If you like what we do here every single week, bringing you free lessons with these amazing guest instructors, please feel free to donate to our PayPal and Venmo links. They're in the stream description, and I'll be posting them in the chat later. And now, without further ado, we have the lovely Kate here to introduce the Brady Bunch. How are you, lovely Kate?
I am doing well tonight. I'm so excited to dance. I don't know about everybody else, but it's been on my mind all day, and I am so stoked to get some dancing in tonight. Thank you, Melissa, the marvelous Melissa, who can help us communicate and dance together, because if we can't be in the same room, let's communicate together. I don't know. We're going to dance and we're all going to have a good time, and we want to make sure that you're having a good time, because I don't know about you, but I'm going to look like a fool up here, and I'm going to smile for the rest of the night. Thank you, Melissa. If you have any questions in the chat, she will let us know. We have got an awesome group tonight. I'm so excited. We have got the amazing Lance and Vicky, as always, the pillars of strength that are LindyGroove. We have got the awesome Calvin rocking his LindyGroove t-shirt. Woo, woo. We have got the invisible Brett, who keeps it down control. He keeps it tight. I don't know. He's making sure we're okay and we're online, and we are gonna make sure that you can hear the music and hear us and know what you're supposed to be doing. And if you don't, just dance, because that's the fun part. And we have got the awesome Jake. I think, are you also wearing? Oh, it is LindyGroove t-shirt. 3 guys are wearing it. What? I missed the memo. What? We have got the amazing Laurel that is going to make this night incredible. I'm so excited to see what we're doing tonight. Yeah, rocking it. And we've got the amazing Christine, who's going to do our triple step warm up that makes me want sweet potato fries, and my legs burn, so I deserve them.
Have you ever, this whole time we've been doing this warm-up, have you actually gotten sweet potato fries at any point before or after the live stream?
No, and I just realized I have got frozen sweet potato fries. So, I could have done this, multiple times.
You're saving them for the right occasion. It's gonna maybe it will be for the last live stream. It's gonna be everyone get your sweet potato fries ready. Laurel said yes. She's definitely had sweet potato fries before the live stream. Yes, it is time. Thank you, lovely Kate, for the intro. It's time for the traditional LindyGroove triple step warm up. Triple step. That's gonna be my new thing now. We do this warm up to Sweet Potato Fries, the song by Gordon Webster with Naomi Uyama on the lovely vegetable vocals. And I do everything facing you, so you can use me as a mirror, and everything starts on your right foot on count 1. What else? Yes, support all the bands that we play on this live stream by heading over to Bandcamp and buying a song, a few songs, a few albums. Anything else? What am I forgetting? Oh, the extra points. We had this huge discussion about the accumulating of extra points over the past year for the jumping into the deep fryer, for the woohoos, and the help me babies. That's twice the point earning opportunity that we've been offering for the past couple months to a year. Extra points for the woohoos, help me babies, and hopping to the deep fryer. There are 2 points in the song where you're going to hear a little break, and we hop and we dive down into the deep fryer, and we come out all super extra crispy, Belgian style. So let's do it. Let me make sure there's not a cat behind me. No. Okay. Crowd noise. There we go. You're gonna start everything on this foot, on 1 with stomping. And 5, 6, here we go. Stomping, stomping.
They get to creeping fun just fine. The dining's in the timing with my sweet potato fries.
Get ready for step, touch. Here we go. Step, touch, step, touch.
They claim the other gals are duds. Does wonders for the hunger of my sweet potato fries.
Full steps. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8.
When
Trip.
they come and meet looking for a treat, they get taters.
First break already.
You can take a seat and
Here we go. Bump, bump, and hop into the fryer. Hop to the right and trip.
Take your appetite down
And
to
turn.
the table, grab a bite.
And turn.
You'll never have no better than my sweet potato
And turn.
fries.
Forward and back. We go. Forward and back. Double time. Slow forward and back. Double time. Forward and back. Double time. Back to stomp away. Step touch. Triple step. Trip. Trip. Hear the piano creeping in. Forward with piano. Double time. Tickle the ivories. Slow. Double time. Slow. Double time. Back to stomping. Step touch. Triples. Forward with the horn. Double time. Slow. Double time. Back to
Well,
stomping.
I ain't got much to show, but
Step
I'm
touch.
feeling fast or slow. My
Triples.
sweetie loves to eat me on my sweet potato fries.
Stomp with
Don't got
attitude.
time, don't got money,
Step
but
touch.
I got the dish to try.
Triples.
'Cause I'm a yummy with my sweet potato fries.
Feel the bird, more triples.
I can hardly wait, looking for a date with my honey.
Triple step, triple step. Here's the break. And time down. Out of the fryer. Triple, triple, more triples.
Come get your fill and feel just right. You'll never have no better than my sweet potato fries.
We're gonna go forward.
Get the salt,
And back.
pepper too.
Double time.
That's all the flavor that I'll add for you. You'll never have no better than my sweet potato fries.
Cross. Turn.
Ooh, and the crowd goes
Crowd goes
wild.
wild.
Woo!
I guess
know
all that
what
talk
it
about about potatoes just made me add extra triple steps in there.
I mean, it
I
was
was like,
glorious.
just make those carbs, work for you,
Mhm. What is on your shirt? Is that a Star Wars shirt? I'm dying.
It is. It's artwork from an old Italian Star Wars poster. So it says Guerre Stellari. And I guess the actual actors were not sexy enough for the Italians, so they're like super sexy. And by that I mean they look nothing like Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher.
Not at all.
And look at this like high slit dress that Leia's wearing. Yeah, it's amazing.
I think that this is my smile to share. It makes me happy. Well, thank you for that amazing warm up. I always feel awesome afterwards. It's the perfect amount of brain energy and body movement to like get me out of my like daily funk. Like, who cares about the rest of the world? Let's dance. Awesome.
That's what I'm here for, to get your wiggles out.
Yeah.
I'm here to help you wiggle.
And on Thursdays, you do extra wiggling because you have a class that you get
So much wiggling.
Oh my gosh.
Next time I'm asked to write a class description, that will just be it. It's wiggling. Come wiggle with me. We did extra bouncy wiggling today. We learned jump Charleston variations from the Alan Leon Shim Sham because next week, i.e. next month, we're going to learn the Alan Leon Shim Sham. So some of my students have been getting a head start this month learning the pieces of it, but next month we're going to put it all together. It's going to be awesome because a lot of us have probably been saying that we should learn the Alan Leon Shim Sham at some point, and this might be the perfect time to do it so you can show it off along with your sourdough. I know it seems like I was throwing shade on people learning how to make sourdough during quarantine, but you can show off your loaf of sourdough and your Alan Leon Shim Sham the next time we all see each other. And I will appreciate both equally.
Yeah, Christine, I kind of took that personally as someone who spent quarantine dancing and learning how to make sourdough. I took that really offensively. But anyway.
I hear you and I recognize my mistake. And I hope I can rectify it next time we see each other. I can't bake anything though, so I'll have to offer some other sort of peace offering besides bread. What about that frothy coffee? I'll bring some of that. I'll make some of those for the next gathering.
That as a peace offering in exchange. Oh, if you don't want to learn how to make sourdough, but you do want to learn to dance, sign up for our June series classes. They're starting next week. We have Christine's solo jazz series, which of course she already mentioned. They're doing Alan Leon Shim Sham. And of course, if you haven't heard, we have the amazing special Gaby Cook musicality series that we're doing. If you want to sign up for the second month of that, you can sign up for that. It's truly amazing. And they have, if you don't know, there's your own private Facebook group for the people that are in that class. And there are just so many great discussions happening between musicians and dancers. And it's really an amazing opportunity to dig in to music and dance and their connection together. So great. So check them out. You can sign up for those on the website. And of course, don't forget, as always with our series classes, if you sign up early, you get a discount. So you can use that extra money to buy sourdough making supplies. Yay! Okay. All right, now we're done talking. So on that note, I'm going to hand it over for our second warm-up. We have the amazing jumpsuit wearing, incredible hair color having, Laurel Ryan. How are you, Laurel?
I am well. Thank you for having me again. I mean, it is mind-boggling to me that you have invited me back now for the third time, despite everything I bring to the table. So, appreciate you. So for this warm-up, I just want to get us, thank you, Christine, for taking us through a fantastic, thighs and calves and ankles and feet warm-up. And we're going to do a little head, shoulders. I know you thought I was going to say knees and toes. I'm not. Rib cage and hips warm up. So just follow along. We'll be dancing to. So all of the music tonight, side note, is a special treat. You get a preview of the Hummin' to Myself album from Jonathan Stout and his Campus 5 featuring Hillary Alexander. It doesn't come out until next Friday. So you're getting a real treacle treat. And so this is Sing You Sinners, which is already such a fantastic tune. Fletcher Henderson did a version. I was first introduced to it via the Manhattan Transfer. Don't tell jazz people that. And let's go for it. My sound has been a little odd, so if it's too loud, give me like a but otherwise, let's do this. Here we go. Starting with the head. Roll the other way. Head up and down. Head side to side. Right, side, side, side.
You sinners, drop everything and let that harmony ring up to heaven and sing.
Let's roll our shoulders to the back, to the back, to the back, and to the front. Roll front,
Whenever there's music,
front.
the devil kicks.
Do it while you bounce.
On the river Styx, you'll wicked
Up,
and great.
down,
And you've
up,
always behaved.
down.
So come on,
To your ears, way down low. To your ears. Reach right and reach left. Keep your feet in place and just move your ribs. Now right, left, reach, 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 reach. And double time. Bam, bam. Leave your hips in place. And now forward, stretch open and contract. And open and contract. I'm trying to open my rib cage as much as possible. And then close. And close. Let's double time that. And close. I guess that's single time, half time, whatever it is. We're doing it. And open and close. And open, close, open, close, open, close. I'm gonna teach you how to pop your chest like you're in a music video. And pop out and pop, 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 pop. Let's move our hips side to side, 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 side. Speed that up. So yeah, boop, 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 boop. Front and back, front and back, and front and back, and front and back, and front back. Boop. Ah, ah, ah. Mess around. Done. All right. 'Twas it. Thank you very much.
Wow, amazing, amazing. I mean, only here on LindyGroove LiveStream, we're able to, I know Laurel was like, I can't believe they invited me back, but I mean, Laurel over here has an exclusive preview of this new album that's coming out. I mean, without her, we're not getting this advanced, amazing music that we're hearing right now. And also, not to mention the amazing jumpsuit and the lesson that we're about to have. not to mention that warm up. So I mean, you're in for a treat here on LindyGroove Live. And of course, if you want to know everything that's going on with LindyGroove Live, and you're like, I want to know about this cool exclusive stuff that's happening. I want to know when Laurel's on a live stream. I want to know when they're going to be playing brand new music that I can't hear anywhere else. Guess what? There's a place for you. Check out the LindyGroove Facebook event. I posted a link in the chat. And of course, as always, you can follow us at LindyGroove on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated with all of our cool stuff that's happening. Just like we mentioned, like our cool June series coming up with Gaby, as well as our Alan Leon Shim Sham solo jazz class with Christine, all that cool stuff and more on our social media and on the website. And we're about to get started with our lesson here, but I also want to remind everyone out there, during the lesson, if you have any questions, any comments, you want to tell Laurel how cool she is, you want to tell us how amazing the music is tonight, let us know, put it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. We always want to know. Thanks, Kate. That was great. Put it in the chat. We want to hear from you. Let us know. And with that, are you ready, Laurel? Because we're excited for your amazing lesson.
I am ready. Also, forgot to apologize earlier. I don't know if you saw the cat running around. I put the dog outside, but cat doesn't go outside. He doesn't have front claws. He came to us that way, but he loves to knock a pen off a table. So, cats being cats. We have a cat in the chat right now. Fantastic to see. Welcome, Chat Cat. So, tonight, I put a little poll up on Instagram and then asked on Facebook whether people wanted to try improvisation to fast tempos or to get into triplets, aka polyrhythms. And here's the deal. Someday I'll just stop asking and teach everybody how to improvise quickly. But of course, again, people choose the option that is not fast. But that's fantastic because triplets are one of my favorite polyrhythms to like layer into my swing dancing, both as a partner and in solo movement. So does anybody know any of the Brady Bunch or anybody typing in the chat, like when I say the term triplet, does anybody know what that means and wants to hop in before I'm like, here's what it is. Yeah, thinking. And all right, so I'll go for it. A triplet is essentially 3 notes that are spread across 1 beat or 2 beats, mostly 2 beats. So when we do a triple step, that's a swung triplet. So if you say triple step, but you're clapping your hands to the beat, so if you're just like, clap with me. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then say triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. So if you're moving your feet, how many steps do you take? Say triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we are splitting 3 beats across 2. So that's already a polyrhythm. We're crushing it. So it's something that you already know how to do. Congratulations, lesson over. I'm just gonna kidding. So with a swung triple step, that means that they're not split evenly across those 2 beats because we have that syncopation of ah 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 ah. But in a straight triplet, each note would be spread evenly across those beats. So rather than having like basically we're taking it back to the thing that you were trained out of doing when you first started to swing dance because you had to learn that syncopation. When you wanted to just like cha-cha-cha it, we're going to add the cha-cha-cha of it all back into our dancing. So, or I like to think of it as putting in like a waltz time over my steps. So if I'm clapping 1, 2, 3, 4, already did it wrong. Let me do it the other way. So if I'm stepping 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm gonna split 3 notes over Try this with me. So step, 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 step. Let's use the term Lindy hop to signify each of those 3 beats. Because we don't say Lindy hop, we say Lindy hop. We spread those evenly, those syllables typically in American English, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, or don't. That's not the point. We're going to say Lindy hop for every 2 steps. So Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop. I love to Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop. Lindy hop, Lindy hop, So if we know how to do it that way, it becomes a little bit easier to then reverse it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set a beat for you, and what I want you to do is try to make your feet do Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop. Can you try that? Here we go. Here we go with ba 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 ba. Ba Lindy hop, 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 Lindy hop. All right. So I saw a few things folks trying out. So when we're just like trying it with our feet, are there any, did you find yourself doing a jazz move, or were you just stepping in place?
I started doing a shuffle with one of my foot. I don't know why.
Just for funsies. Your body knows what it wants. Let it have it. So we have a shuffle. Any other like movements that came out when you were trying to make that work? Yeah, Christine.
I kind of ended up doing like a mambo, like a flattened out mambo. Out and in, out and in, out and in.
Yeah. Ba, ba, ba. Out and in, out and out and in. Dope. So we have shuffles, we have mambos. Any other things that you noticed your body doing? Or was it mostly just like step, step? Like, yeah, just don't syncopate it. Yeah. So let's try another type of triplet, which is where you spread those 3 beats over each step, which would sound something if I were to clap the triplet and step the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop. So, for those of you familiar with an Irish jig, that may be a familiar melody. So yeah, these are things that show up a lot in other styles of music, and oftentimes musicians will use triplets to accentuate their solos, or to like add an element of surprise to something that you are hearing. And like, so tonight we're going to play around with where we can put these types of triplets into our dancing and use it as a way to like punctuate part of a phrase. And we'll go through, we want to know where it works. We want to know how to get into it, how to get out of it, etc., etc. So we're going to do a little exercise. I'm going to play another tune from Sparrow. Get off my phone, sir. No thanks. Stop it. It's not a toy. This is Trick or Treat from Jonathan Southern's Campus 5 featuring Hillary Alexander, one of their original tunes. So what I want to do is I'm going to play the song, and as you're listening, I want you to do your best to try the two different types of triplets. You can clap them, you can step them, you can Lindy hop, vocalize them, but we're going to do the slower version, Lindy hop for part of the song, and then I'll pause it, and then we'll switch our brains to the diddle 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 diddles. And we'll just see how it works. Okay. Let's try. Ba 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 ba. All right, so that was the slower kind. Let's try the daddla 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 kind. Here we go. Daddla 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 All right, so some brief reflections. Tell me, which one was the easier, the faster or the other one? Just for you as an individual. Go for it, Kate.
I found the first one, the slower one, to be easier, and the saying of Lindy hop out loud while my feet moved to be so much easier.
So for Kate, the slower one was easier. Anybody feel the same or differently? It seems like most folks are with Kate in that the slower one is easier. I feel like it is, I'm breathing hard because I was trying to triplet out those, the faster one. And that's what I get for eating pizza right before I get on a live stream. Sorry, don't mean to brag. I had pizza. So let's focus on the slower one because I think it is more common to hear it. It's a lot easier to just like throw that in to your like basic 8-count patterns if you're social dancing, or to use in your solo movement. So what I like, my ultimate goal from here is just to help you like have something to play with in the future. So if you're struggling with this by the end of our time together, normal, very normal. Welcome to learning. But the first way we'll do this is let's try to insert that rhythm somewhere in the phrase. So if we are doing our regular 8 count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, where do you think the easiest place to try using ba ba ba, that triplet, would be? Beginning, middle, or end of the phrase? Lance,
The end.
Vicky says the end. Lance, is that what that meant? So we've got 2 votes for the end. All right, we're gonna try all of them, by the way. So let's try the end. So in that case, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Join me when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop, Lindy hop, last time, Lindy hop. All right, let's reflect. Do you want to try doing that without music and exploring the movement that you want to use, or do you just want to jump into music? Jake, I enjoyed the miming of jumping in. We're going to go with Jake's idea. Let's jump in. So let's use the same tune, Trick or Treat. That's not how I do anything. Trick or treat, and aim to just throw it in at the end of the phrase. Or the end of the 8 count, really. Stop touching my stuff, sir. So rude. Hey, up, here we go. Lindy hop. Lindy hop. Lindy hop. Lindy hop. Lindy hop. Lindy hop. Camel walk. All right, let's. All right. I just wanted to give you that sweet. Okay, now that I'm out of breath, I'm gonna make you talk, because that's how I like to do it. So tell me, what happened? What made it easier for you? Well, let's start with that question. What made it easier for you to do?
Are you talking about movements of the last part?
To throw the triplet into your,
Oh,
like what did your body did or your brain did to help you out?
so the reason why I said the last part is also I get the first part to think about what I'm gonna do at the end. So that's why, the last part. So I have like time to think, what am I doing? Ah! So yeah.
So having prep time. Yeah.
And for me, it felt like the music, once I was aware of this as an option, the music almost felt like it was asking for it. Like it was the punctuation. It was just like emphasis, especially when it got kind of creative and it got like the little evil parts or whatever of the song. And then you could just like, ga, 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 ga. And your evil bunny rabbit going across, I very much yeah, it didn't feel forced. It felt like, ooh, this actually works here.
Oh, Laurel, you're muted, but
Go for it. Melissa, did you have something to add as well?
yeah, I just wanted to piggyback off of what Lance said, speaking of the music, because I'm having such a good time learning from you and also hearing this music for the first time, or this particular recording of this music for the first time. So if you're out there and you're kind of bummed because you're not going to be able to hear this again until you can buy it on Bandcamp on June 4th, I did post the link to like a little preview video if you want to check out just a little bit and you're just something to tide you over. You know, I know we're kind of doing the thing where we show you this great thing on Amazon, but it's like currently unavailable and that sucks. So we have we have the link to the album in the chat that you can check out. And of course, for all of Laurel's questions, you out there in the chat, you guys are welcome to chime in as well. If you want to let us know what's easy, what's hard, what's working, what's not working, or just tell Laurel that she's really awesome, we're okay with that too. So feel free to chime in the chat as well.
Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, I mean, I admit that what I'm doing is kind of, it's like I'm advertising to you the thing like through your Instagram feed, and then you click on it and you're like, I'm gonna buy it right now. And it's like, on back order. And then you've got to sign up for the email. And I don't care because it's gonna be worth it. Again, this album, no skips. All stuff. So, and I'll play more of it. Maybe I'll even play the whole song, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be a little tease. Music tease. Ugh, gross. Anyway, so we talked about how having like time to think made it easier to insert these triplets, and how in the music, oftentimes there's space at the end of your 8-count phrase, aka your 2 measures of music, 2 bars, measures. Anyway, 2 sets of 4. Musicians correct me on what that's called. I should know. Shameful. And you'll actually find that in a lot of music. And I'm going to ask you later on if you can name any tunes where that's like very clear to you, whether it's this kind of traditional jazz or whether it's blues structure, what songs that you can think of where the singer or the melody ends before the 8 count is up. Just something to, because once it's like confirmation bias. Once you start thinking about it, you're like, aha, 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 it's everywhere. Because it is. So any other things that made it easier for you to attempt these triplets and feel like, I'm getting the hang of this? Go for it, Jake.
So when we got into doing those triplets, when you would go Lindy hop, I unintentionally felt kind of a change of elevation. I started to drop down to start playing with it because I could feel a change of energy when we get into triplets, because it'd be kind of chill, kind of smooth in the early parts. Then come the triplets, it's boom, 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 play with it, mess with it. But even though it's the same rhythm, same tempo, but different energy.
All right. Right. So for you, it was using like physical dynamics to change, to like let your body know and let your brain know we're doing something that we're not used to yet. All right. These are all super, super good tips that I hope the folks at home are taking for themselves. And also bear in mind that all of these things that we're about to do with triplets, you can apply to your triple step practices. So I don't know, bonus, whatever. More points. So let's try shifting this where we put that triplet. And let's shift it to the beginning. I'm just gonna play the music and then we'll like Lindy hop we're just gonna swap it. So take a second to just get that rhythm into your brain and body, and then moving it, grooving it, you know. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Get up, get on up. If I sing anymore, you might have to pay for it. Lindy ha, ba-da, Lindy ha, Lindy ha, Lindy ha, Lindy ha. On, Lindy ha, Lindy ha, Wrong rhythm, Laurel. There it is. Trick or treat. Okay, so we switched it up a little bit. Technically, you have the same amount of time between when you do a triplet and the next triplet. You still have the same amount of time, but we just changed where it falls in the phrase. So, what made it easier for you to, aside from me yelling at you, what made it easier to do?
Oh, sorry, Kate. Go ahead.
We'll go, Kate.
Oh, thanks. I kind of took what Jake was thinking last time when he was doing levels, and I went, okay, I feel like I was trying to make my steps the first time a little too close stylistically to the triple later. So it was like I was confusing myself. So this time I like really elongated and made like my movement slower and like molassesy, so that there was a really strong difference when I was doing the triple, and it really, really helped.
So the key for Kate is molasses.
Yeah, sugar, always.
So using those level changes and like slowing yourself, intentionally slowing yourself down. Vicky, what made it easier for you?
For some reason, doing movements forward was easier, which I don't know why. Like at the end, I can do all different directions, but in the beginning, my body wants to go for some reason go like forward motions.
Chug. So yeah, I think that's really interesting that you found a specific direction was easier for you, which again is something that we can take into our practice of all kinds of rhythms. If you are trying to, do things at a faster pace, like say you're just working on your triple steps and not a specific polyrhythm, like try triple stepping forward around a room faster before you're like, I'm nailing it. Like pick a direction and be mobile in that. I mean, that's a tip to take from Vicky. And if you're like, I can only do this in place, well, that's another tip. Try a different thing. So for Vicky, picking a direction, and then as you got more comfortable, trying other directions, and like that just, it helped you prepare for the next step. Any other, like, this made it easier for me, tips and tricks? I'll say for myself, I am kind of cheating by saying it out loud every time. So I don't know about you all, but when I'm trying out a rhythm, especially just in the moment while I'm dancing, I try to help myself hit that rhythm by vocalizing it. So I'm a noisy dance partner. If you are dancing with me, you've heard me be like, bah, 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 because otherwise my legs are like, you what? I betray you. So that's, for me, it takes the connection of like something coming out of my mouth, connecting with my feet to be like, we're doing this at the same time. Maybe that's why I can't sing and dance, because it's two different things. Anyway, neither here nor there. But to contrast the beginning and the end, which was easier, doing it at the beginning or doing it at the end?
I found the beginning easier.
Was there anything? Some people are shocked. What made the beginning easier for you?
I mean, I may have been cheating because we had been doing the similar thing. So I was hearing the music more and understand. I felt like I just could hear it clearer. And that's not a very concise or helpful answer. I think being able to try it over and over again, and it was like one more time in.
So the answer is because you'd practiced it once already.
Maybe. We haven't done the end again.
So for Lance, Lance was very surprised. Lance, so I assume the beginning was easier, or doing the end was easier for you?
Oh yeah, the end felt natural. I'm like, ooh, I'm getting into this. This might be my new basic. And then the beginning, I had a hard, like it felt like the triple was crashing right into the triplet. And I just couldn't switch. And maybe it was just because it's so muscle memory. I just could, because I had to keep really think. I had to go, oh, now I'm at the one, because my one's also on autopilot, like find the one in the song. And so I was like overriding two things. I felt like this is so weird for the one. And there were moments a couple times in the song when it felt right, which helped. But otherwise it did feel like I was kind of forcing a square peg into a round hole.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you bring up a good point. When you are replacing the last two beats of an 8-count pattern with a triplet, what if you were to just count it as like rock step, triple step, rock step, triple step, like that's your pattern, what step are you replacing with a triplet, a rock step or a triple step? If you do it at the end.
Triple?
Yeah, so you're replacing rock step, triple step, rock step, triple step. And the reason why that maybe feels more natural is because when you do a triplet, you start and end that rhythm on the same foot if you're alternating your feet. Whereas if you're doing a rock step, triplet, or triple step, So you have to do that little like cheat thing to get back on the correct foot if you're sticking specifically to that 8 count alternate pattern. So that would be why you have to like think about it a little harder when it's at the beginning, or if you're replacing the 1 and 2, so to speak, or the 5 and 6 versus the 3 and 4 and the 7, 8. But now that we know that, let's mess with it a little bit. So this time I'm gonna play. I might play a different tune. I'll stick to the same pace, but I'll play a different tune from the same album. And I want you to choose either the 3 and 4 or the 7 and 8. Again, sticking to like 2 sets of 4. So you could do 1, 2, triple step, 1, 2, triple step, triplet, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you can do the pattern we've done before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm not asking you to stick only to like the 8 count pattern of movement. Or like to make every time you say those things like your foot hits the ground, it doesn't have to be like a pretend swing out. I just want you to get that concept in your brain so that you can use this both in your solo jazz dancing and your partner dancing together. All right. Any questions before we start? No. Cool. Let's do. I think we'll do What Goes Up. Here we go.
You leave me alone, you don't need a phone. You're carefree as a bird in the sky. Well, honey, what goes up must come down. Baby, you've been flying too high. It's all over town, you're chasing around. I'm not gonna sit home and cry. Remember, what goes up must come down. Baby, you've been flying too high. You ought to get your walking papers, 'cause now it's too late. Because I know you too well. When you're through cutting capers, you'll break down my gate to ring my front doorbell. So go have your fling and don't miss a thing. I'll see you down to earth by and by. Remember, what goes up must come down. Baby, you've been flying too high, I think. Baby, you've been flying too high.
Chickadee chat, chat, to chat, chat, chat. So that was What Goes Up. I've already told you who the artist and album is, but you can't get it until next week. So let's talk about our dancing. So, what did you try? What were you like, yay, I'll try it again? And what was like, boo, never?
So for me,
Let's do Vicky and then Lance.
Oh, sorry. Hi. So I will try a certain moves on the end first before I try on the 3 and 4 to make sure like, okay, this works, and then I'll insert it at a different point.
So using, like transposing the thing at the end to the middle if it worked, and and if it didn't, Maybe see you later, maybe not. But bye. All right, Lance, what worked for you? Or what didn't?
I like Vicky's idea of like testing it in a more comfortable environment and then like promoting it to the complex, harder. And I like that a lot. So for me, I played it safe, and I found boogie drops were great for this kind of thing. And it's like, ooh, I can boogie drop any pattern you can give me. Okay, here's a good cheat.
Yeah, boogie drops being like an even step already. We tend to slow down. So we're not using them as a triplet. We're using them as a, if my count is 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 1, 2, 3, hold 4, 1, 2, 3, hold 4. But you can use that, like if you just squish it a little bit, it becomes a triplet. You can also try it as the super fast triplet. Can anybody think of another move that could work like that?
Fishtails.
Fishtails. Ooh. Yeah. Calvin and Henrik are demonstrating. Bah, 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 like make those hips work. Any other even beat, like 3 count jazz moves that you can think of? Go for it, Calvin.
Sometimes instead of like switching my feet, I just stay on the same foot. So like skates or trucking would work.
Yeah. So we talked about like the difficulty of putting in like switching feet versus staying on the same foot. If you do a skate or a truck, and you're just I guess what is a 1-footed truck? Is it like Are you just doing I've never tried that before. I'm gonna have to.
I'm mostly doing skates actually. So skates are a good one, yeah.
Well, okay. Something to try within the next week, a 1-footed truck. Credit Calvin. And so yeah. Has a very nice like going up. Yeah, that you could probably carry on for more than, you might be able to do a whole like 8's worth or maybe a 16's worth. Something to try. For me, I think of camel walks. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Of having that like waltz rhythm. 1, 2, 3. That's like set on one side, set on the other side. So when you repeat camel walks, just going left, right, or right, left, you're doing a triplet. You're already nailing it. Congratulations. Also, I realize we're like heading into the end of time, but there's one more thing I want to try, and I also want us to dance a whole song together, because that's the fun part. Here's another like thing I'm going to throw at you if you're feeling comfortable. And it is rests. So taking a pause somewhere within that 3 count pattern. So you can either take a rest on that first one. So rather than having you have I have to inhale to remind myself to not say it. Or you have is this a sign? I hope I'm not offending anybody. We'll just do it like this. You have if you repeat that. Otherwise, it's just So, or you can have the first 2 and the last one be a rest. So that's another thing to play with as far as whether you use that to make a noise with your feet. So, for example, if I'm skating, I only do 2 skates. Or I skate, 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 skate. or skate, 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 skate. So tired of that one. Anyway, whether it's a noise you make with your feet or simply an emphasis. So if I want to do it with dynamics, as some of us have tried, rather than staying at the same pace, going or etc., etc. So we don't have time to get into the nitty-gritty of all of that, but I just want to throw that out there as something to practice, play with, and to like, if in the music it's a thing that you want to do, but like it would be more impactful for you as an individual if you're like, it just needs instead of like that would just that would make me feel it right here in my pizza. And it's a thing I love to do, and I love to share it with you. All right, let's dance this out. So I'm opening it up to put the triplets wherever, but throw in like a rest somewhere in your triple step and just see which one worked for you. It may be specific to the song, maybe specific to your body. We'll talk about it. Okay, let's try. Play the music. Wherever you like.
You leave me alone, you don't even phone. You're carefree as a bird in the sky. Well, honey, what goes up must come down. Baby, you've been flying too high. It's all over town, you're chasing around. I'm not gonna sit home and cry. Remember, what goes up must come down. Baby, you've been flying too high. You ought to get your walking papers, 'cause now it's too late. Because I know you too well. When you're through cutting capers, you'll break down my gate to ring my front doorbell. So go have your fling and don't miss a thing. I'll see you down to earth by and by. Remember, what goes up must come down. Baby, you've been flying too high, I think. Baby, you've been flying too high. You ought to get your walking papers, 'cause now it's too late. Because I know you too well. When you're through cutting capers, you'll break down my gate to ring my front doorbell. So go have your fling and don't miss a thing. I'll see you down to earth by and by. Remember, what goes up must come down. Baby, you've been flying too high, I think. Baby, you've been flying too high.
All right. Oh, nope, shut up. Okay. We did a whole dance together. Bra ba bow. Bra bra bra. All right. So before we close, I have questions to ask you. What happened? Where did you find yourself throwing triplets in the most? Did you do anything that you were like, yay, super cool? Or if you tried the rests, when did they work best for you? It's 3 different questions. Feel free to answer any of them. Where'd you put them in? What cool thing did you do that you would like to share? Did you try rests? And if so, did they work?
Tried rest, very awkward. I don't know.
It was like a we're not gonna practice, we're just gonna talk about it and then try it. Go! So if it's awkward, yeah, same.
I did feel like doing a little bit like robot-ish. I'm like, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, I felt like when it worked best for me in this context was when I was using them as a level change. Again, like Jake and then Kate were talking about where I was taking something that might have been straight across and taking it down, up, down, or up, down, up. I mostly it worked for me when I took out that middle triplet, but that was just me. What about you, Lance?
So I when we finally, for the first time when we did the full song, I started doing lots of turns. And I would do a hopping turn like Papa. And because of the momentum of the turn, the spaces could be anywhere. Like, because I just sort of.
Oh, this feels nice.
Nice. So
Mikey, thanks.
you were doing like lyrical jazz.
Well, it just happened. I didn't plan on it, but it was like a happy little accident.
So lyrical jazz is in your heart.
Maybe it is, I guess. First for me, so.
You didn't know what was happening, and then it happened, and now the angels are rejoicing. Yeah, so a combination of level changes and then like just like being in the moment in the music, and like as you're processing it through your ears, it's coming out through your body, which isn't that musicality? Yeah, or something. Other people have different definitions, but for our purposes tonight, that's what it is. Tell everybody forever. All right. So we are, of course, because it's how I do, overtime, but thank you again for having me. Had a blast talking triplets, and if you are wanting more research or resources, when you're searching the word triplets, add like quarter note triplets or eighth note triplets, because that's how musicians talk about them. You'll find a lot of resources of pianists, drummers, guitarists, bassists, other musicians who can break down to the nitty gritty how these things actually work, and do some exercises that may break your brain a little bit, as they have done mine. So, thanks everybody. Over to you, Lance.
Thank you, Laurel. Thank you for breaking our brains, but introducing triplets into our hearts. So that was super fun. Feels like another resource to mess around with. And now we know how to Google it, so we can continue this project. And welcome back. It's great to see you again. We now have our little tradition where we do the cacophony, which is the LindyGroove birthday song. So I'm going to tell you who's having a birthday this week. Robert Edwards, happy birthday. Amanda Collins is having a birthday. Natalie Mason, happy birthday. Rachel Canton, Shauna Hopkins, Josie Say, and Crystal Salas are all having birthdays. So this is the part where we unmute and we present the beauty in the cacophony, which is the LindyGroove birthday song. You all know what to do on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you.
birthday to you.
Ba, ba, ba. Melissa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I especially appreciated seeing cute animals in Laurel's screen. That was a nice addition. Happy birthday! Well, there's your extra present. We got a cute animal in frame for you guys. So cute. Of course, as always, if your birthday is coming up, you can sign up at LindyGroove.com, and we would love to help you celebrate. You can take class for free with 10 friends, and we're going to send you birthday decorations so you can have an amazing time dancing with your friends, whether your friends are dancers, they're new to dance, they've never danced before. It's going to be a fun time. Check it out, LindyGroove.com. And now I'm going to switch out of my birthday outfit and remind you guys that if you like what we are doing here at the LindyGroove live stream, providing a paid gig for these amazing instructors, Laurel, Ryan, and all of our amazing guest instructors, you can help donate to help make the stream happen at our Venmo and PayPal links. And of course, in the chat, let us know what you thought of Laurel's lesson. Let us know what you loved and how amazing it is and how cute all her animals are. We want to hear all your feedback. And yeah, now I will pass it to Vicky for Smiles to Share. Hi, Vicky.
Hello, Melissa. Thank you for that. And Laura, thank you for the amazing lessons. My brain is officially broken, yes. I'm like, in the beginning, sure, take out account. Oh, okay, I'm gonna practice that. So now it is time for Smiles to Share. And first we have Calvin sharing a Smiles to Share.
Hello everyone, it's me here. So I know a lot of our Brady Bunch and Laurel included this week are cat people. Well, I guess Laurel has cats and dogs, huh? But I myself am very much a dog person. And I found this little clip of this timeless adventure of a guy and his dog going to the park, and the dog not wanting to go home, of course. And it's pretty. I found it pretty cute, and I won't spoil the ending, but go check it out. It's very ooh, I would say.
Calvin, did you say ooh? You did?
You heard what I said. You know what I said,
okay.
yeah.
Ooh, all right. Thanks, Calvin, for that woo, Smiles to Share. And this week, I'm sharing the Google Doodle that was from yesterday. It was celebrating swing dancing and a Savoy ballroom. So it's actually a game. So you click on the game. Melissa's gonna share the link of the game. You can still play it. However, whenever you want, it's still there. And there's history right below the game and talk about swing dancing, the history and everything. So it features 3 amazing songs. Go play and listen to it. It is very hard. The 3rd level, it was so hard. I'm like, I don't deserve this. I can't do this. So go try it. It is amazing. And Melissa will also share how it was made, the behind the scene YouTube video. So go check both of them out and go play the game, practice. It does require practicing, just like Lindy Hop. So with that, going back to Melissa. Hi.
Like Vicky said, you can check out all of the links for all of those Smiles to Share that we talked about in the chat. And I totally agree, Vicky. I've been seeing lots and lots of Facebook posts about people having difficulty beating the game. So, you know, play the game. Let us know what you think. Maybe it's going to be super easy for you. And you can check out the cute dog video as well. The link's already in there. And before we close out, just a big, huge, humongous thank you to our guest instructor, Laurel Ryan. And of course, all the music we played from tonight's lesson, you can check out that album when it releases on June 4th. And we have the link to a little preview of that album in the chat as well. And very, very importantly, don't forget that June series classes start next week. Oh my God, already. It's crazy. And we have Christine's Alan Leon Shim Sham solo jazz class that you can sign up for. And we have the second month of Gaby's amazing musicality class. And remember that that also comes with this amazing private Facebook event, or private Facebook group where you can have lots of amazing discussions. Can't talk today. Discussions with other dancers and musicians, and it's an amazing collaborative, progressive series. Both these amazing series, check them out at LindyGroove.com/lessons. And of course, as always, if you sign up early, you get a discount. So be sure to not waste any time. Check those out. And speaking of Gaby, be sure to tune in next week because she's our guest instructor next week. Woo! And yeah, thank you so much for joining our live stream. We are so excited that you danced with us tonight. We are excited for Gaby Cook next week, and we will see you then. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Thanks for dancing. Thanks for playing. Be safe.
Good night.
Good night.